Hey guys, this is CognitivePit, and I am bringing you another game of Starcraft 2. This time I'm going to be showing you a little less high-level play, in fact Bronze League, and it's going to be a ZvZ with Laquentis versus Gurigra. Yes, some quite interesting names. Now you can tell it's Bronze League because already we see Gurigra is just sending out his drone a little too early, so we're going to see quite a few mistakes here, but let's just toss that aside and just see how this all unfolds. Now everything seems to be somewhat normal. Laquentis getting up his Overlord at a good time. This is actually going to be a 7 pool or 6 pool. Wasn't quite sure, probably a 6 pool. This is the Bronze League after all. They don't know about the very economic cheese of the 7 pool yet. Now, it's gonna be interesting to see in Bronze League if Laquentis is going to be able to hold this off. Now, this is actually a replay that somebody sent in to me, but he didn't tell me who he was, so I'm not sure if he's the one 6-pooling, or if he is the one who's going to get 6-pooled, so we're gonna have to see. The pool is just going down now for Laquentis, as these Overlords are getting increasingly close. Now, this is only a 1v1 map, so they know where each other are. They don't really need to do too much scouting to figure out where they are, so they can send it on, or send their scout whenever they feel they want. Now, going in here, Laquentis is going to be keeping his Overlord over here for some good scouting, making sure his expansion will be safe to take, make sure there's no Lings blocking the way, and actually here comes some Lings right now. Laquentis does actually, he does see them coming, so hopefully this spawning pool is going to be up fast enough for him to get some Lings out. Now he's not making any Lings right now, he has the money. Oh, he is getting a Spine Crawler down, that is also a very decent move. That should be able to hold off these 4 Lings that are coming up here. Now, these Lings actually aren't doing anything yet. It looks like he might be waiting for reinforcements, but he really needs to get in there and do some damage, because these Spine Crawlers are going to be coming up. Now, 1 Ling does get over here, but he looks like he's targeting, okay, he's targeting 1 drone, and he's running back to regroup. Oh, okay, he's trying to kick out that Spine Crawler. Now, this is actually getting quite dangerous here for Laquentis. It's going to be very hard to hold this off, but now the Spine Crawler is up. Hopefully, yes, the other one will be able to finish. And a Spine Crawler down for Gurigra, and it gets taken out relatively easily by the other Spine Crawler. Now, just 1 Ling left. Now, that was held off very well. Their supply is actually somewhat even, although the drone counts are very different here. As Gurigra, I am going to struggle on that name this entire game. Gurigra has quite a few Lings. Actually, Laquentis has a few Lings himself. But we're going to see if this pressure continues. Yes, it looks like Laquentis might be moving out here. 1 Ling does get up. I'm not sure what he's trying to do with this Ling. Okay, Laquentis is just going to leave it because he does have these Spine Crawlers up, so it really won't be too big of a deal. Oh, here comes a drone also, so it looks like he is going to be trying to finish it right here. A Queen is up for Gurigra, which is actually going to pose quite the little advantage here. He's going to be able to spawn the larva, which is really going to get him ahead of Laquentis. So Laquentis really needs to get on supply blocked, which he is working on, and get that Queen up. Now these Lings do come in, they are targeting this Queen. The Queen does look like it's going to go back to safety. No harm, no foul whatsoever. Now he is moving back. Okay, that was a pretty unsuccessful attack from Laquentis. He did absolutely no damage and he lost a few Lings. So that is not good for Laquentis at all. He's going to need to pull back. He either needs to drone or get those Lings up. It depends on if Gurigra is going to be putting any pressure on. Both players do have Spine Crawlers in their base now, so a few Lings are not really going to pose too big of a threat. Finally, some more gas coming out here. It looks like neither player has speed yet or is researching speed, so that's quite interesting. Whoever gets speed up could pose quite the threat to the other player, as Speedlings versus normal Lings, the Speedlings are going to take that home no problem. Now it looks like both players are, well, a very interesting mix. Here comes the expansion from Gurigra, yet he still was making a few too many Zerglings here. He's I think he thinks that another attack's going to be coming in, but this attack will be easily thwarted by the amount of lings that he had. But that is okay. Both players now do, and the attack is actually not going out. It looks like both players are getting their expansion up. Gurigra's expansion is a little bit ahead, but Laquentis is watching it come up, so he must have expanded knowing that the other player was expanding. Now continuing on here, speed finally coming up for one of the players. Laquentis is finally getting speed, and that is going to be a big deal. It's going to make a huge difference as far as army composition if they both only have Zerglings. Now these Zerglings are actually moving out. He is not waiting for speed here. That is quite the interesting move. Does Gurigra know it's coming in? No, his queen is defenseless here. That queen could be taken out if he does not pull back. Queens are so slow off of creep, and that queen is easily going to be taken down. That is quite the loss here. Luckily, Gurigra actually made 2 queens, so he should be okay spawning larva over at his main, but this expansion is not going down at all. But both players are looking to be relatively easy. Easy, yes, relatively easy. I meant relatively even here. Laquentis rather, is floating quite a few minerals here. He really needs to expand again and really start using them. He needs to make some queens, really. I'm actually surprised there is a queen out, but with that many minerals, you just gotta spend them as fast as you possibly can, and queens and expansions are never a wrong way to go. Finally, speedlings are out, and that's good. Is speed still not up? Speed is still not up for Gurigra, but there is going to be a baneling's nest here for Laquentis. That is going to pose quite the threat. Speedlings and banelings versus normal lings. That is not a good situation at all. Laquentis pulling back. He could easily have taken out that army and possibly gone for the win, but a baneling nest is coming up for Gurigra now, and these spine crawlers aren't really going to do that much against that amount of lings. But Laquentis is playing it safe. He really needs to start spending those minerals. His expansion is basically not mining at all. He has these extra larvae that he should be spending on something, whether it be overlords or units, but he needs a couple overlords because he is about to be supply blocked. Now wow, okay. There it is. There's a spire. I could not find it. A spire is down for Laquentis. Quite the interesting move. Has he made any banelings at all, actually? He seems to have not made any banelings with that baneling's nest. A slight blunder. If you're going to get the baneling nest, you might as well make some banelings. Especially against normal speed lings, you could really take advantage of that. Gurigra is doing pretty much nothing, just macroing up. He has a few spine crawlers here to defend, but a spine crawler ling composition is not gonna do too much against mutalisks, which I'm assuming that is what Laquentis is in fact going for. The lings are moving out, and Gurigra might have no idea. I'm not sure if those overlords saw that. And it looks like it's just a quick little run to see what's up. He could easily take out this army. Perhaps a bit of a blunder on Laquentis' part. His yeah, there was no threat whatsoever from Gurigra. Now that banelings are coming down, that could actually be an issue for these lings if he has poor control. But 6 mutalisks on the way. And it's quite possible that those will be game-ending. Speed is finally getting... It's the 13-minute mark and speed is finally getting researched. About time, Gurigra. You are a little late on that boat, but luckily Laquentis has not really done too much damage at all. In fact, none with speedlings. Here comes a single baneling. That might win the game. Not sure here. These mutalisks are coming in, and there is really... only the queens that can really defend against these mutalisks here. Now he needs to start targeting down the mutalisks and not the larva? Is that what he was attacking? Alright, he needs to start down the queens. That's good. Now he can start taking out some of this army, but going for the drones would be a wiser move here. Now I'm not sure what happened to that baneling before. It might have killed a few lings, but these mutalisks are going to pose quite the threat here, and it looks like Gurigra is going to be moving out. He sees that he has no option. Spore crawlers are going up somewhere. Oh, back here are the spore crawlers. He should probably be defending his main a little more. But these will, he has to move his Mutalisks or he is going to lose a lot of them. Another blunder, but that is okay. Keep in mind that this is Bronze League, so they're allowed a few mistakes. They are either new to the game or still struggling to improve. Now that the Speedlings are up, it will be Speedling versus Speedling, and no! Banelings. A lot of Banelings. Now Laquentis is really more Banelings over here. Now this is going to be a somewhat even matchup, but these Mutalisks are really going to decide the fate here. These Mutalisks should be moving out and trying to pick off some of these Banelings. That would help a lot. Is Banelings speed up for either player? That is negative. Is there even a layer? There's no layer over here, so Baneling speed is not up for him. And Baneling speed is up here. And it looks like some Banelings... Okay, I apparently missed some of that. We need to go back here. Let's check this out a little bit. Let's see what happened. Okay, let me just speed this up a bit. I apologize, everybody, but I did want to see that engagement. And yeah, okay, perfect. Yes, the engagement just went extremely poorly for Gurigra. Here comes some... Oh, I'm sorry, here it comes. And it looks like, actually, a majority of the Lings did actually get killed by those Banelings. The Queen actually is not a good target for Banelings. I apologize for the blunder on my part. I did want to see that, to see what just happened there. But Laquentis still has this huge advantage with these Mutalisks. Now, we're not quite sure where Gurigra is going to go from here. He really needs to counter these Mutalisks with something other than Spore Crawlers. They will protect the main, but in an army composed of mainly Banelings and Lings, these Mutalisks could easily pick off a majority of the Banelings, and these Lings are going to do much better. Now, Gurigra is not upgrading. He does have the Evolution Chamber. The Evolution Chamber, I suppose, was just a formality to get these Spore Crawlers. But, interesting. Gurigra does look like he is going to be sacrificing these Overlords to the Mutalisks. Not quite sure what he is thinking here. Perhaps he wants some information. I suggest only sending one next time, Gurigra. But, yeah, these are about to be taken out. That is a huge blunder on Gurigra. He's going to get supply blocked, and that's going to be quite an issue coming up here. Now, neither player has expanded again, which they really need to do at this point in time, even though their second expansions, or rather first expansion, second base, is not really mining at all, actually. This base really should be getting up mining faster, but we will cut them some slack. Now, more Lings are coming out and over. Oh, it looks like they're going to go around the back, possibly try to take out the expansion, but, I changed my mind. I guess he is just going down here to morph into Banelings without getting caught, but it does look like this is going to be seen by Laquentis, because he is coming down here to expand again. He is probably going to see, yes, he will see these Banelings, and, Laquentis still puts it down, and he really needs to get that cancel off, and he does not. Quite the waste of minerals on Laquentis' part. He needs to pay attention to whenever Banelings are around. I mean, he really needs to pay attention whenever he's scouting anywhere, even if it is just to expand. Now, Laquentis does look like he's confused, and here come the rolling Banelings. This could be quite the damage dealer. He needs to move in with them, target something here, and it looks like he will be going for the Queen, and a little bit of a waste. He did get a majority of the drones. Well, all of the drones down here, and the Queen, but overall, not too much damage done. Here come the Mutalisks and the Banelings, with absolutely no Lings involved, but that is okay, and that should easily take care of this army. He should lead with the Banelings first, because these Spore Crawlers are going to do a lot of damage to these Mutalisks. And these Spore Crawlers might actually be able to take out these Mutalisks. Oh no, he is targeting them down. He really needs to decide if he's going to try to win right now. He could come around the back in the main and easily take out these drones, but he really wants to see this expansion done. Damage was done to his expansion, and I guess he wants to even out the playing field. Now there is an Overlord down here. He might be trying to take this expansion again. He really should, considering how many minerals he's floating at, both of them. Now, wow, a Mutalisk actually does get taken down. He really needs to be careful with these Mutalisks because they are pretty much his win condition, and there are Corruptors out now. And that is going to be quite the issue. There is a layer being built. Am I crazy? No, I am crazy. There is a hive being built from the layer. Good. And he might be actually going for some broodlings. And by broodlings, I mean broodlords. Now, that could be quite the issue, as broodlords do not attack up, and there are Mutalisks on the field, so he might want to stick to Corruptors for the time being until the Mutalisks are cleared. It looks like both players are really just going for a very interesting composition of Banelings, and not too sure what their win conditions are here, but they are just going to keep trucking with minimum expansions here. This is the Bronze League. I will remind everyone again. So please don't post any comments about how they're terrible. They are in Bronze League. So this is what we get in Bronze League. Now this is not the worst in the world, I have to admit. I think we've all been to a point where we had no idea what we were doing and just sort of went on. The later game can be quite hard in the Bronze League, as you don't normally see the end of it. As you recall, there was a 6 pool earlier. That is normally the Bronze League sort of game, but it got pretty late, so I guess neither player really knows what to do from here on. Now this hive is actually not doing too much. Finally, somebody is getting an upgrade. That is fantastic. Flyer attack, I apologize. I'm very happy someone's getting an upgrade, and a Roach Warren is down for Laquentis. Yep, a Roach Warren. That's all I gotta say about that. Neither player is really doing too much scouting in the main. They really need to find out what the other player is doing. Gurigra does have a decent idea, but it looks like he will be trying to go for some sort of Broodlord play, is my guess. Because he's not getting the hive for upgrades, that is for sure. We got a lot of roaches coming out, and we have a Nidus worm. Where is that? Right here. Yes, the Nidus network is coming down. He's probably going to do some crazy roach Nidus play here. He does not actually have any vision of his opponent. It looks like he is sending the Overlord now to go get some vision, because in order to build the end of the Nidus worm, you do need to have vision of the area. Now the spire is being morphed into a greater spire. There are actually 2 spires. I suppose one for upgrades and one to get some broodlords up, because he does need that greater spire. Now here come the Lings and the Mutas, and this could pose quite the issue here. There are not as many spore crawlers this time, and with some good micro, or some reasonable micro, Laquentis should be able to avoid that no problem. Now he does have this Nidus up, but it does not look like he will be using it. He is just bringing his army out to the front. Now there we are seeing, is Burrow up? Burrow is not up, so it will be a straight up sort of roach play. He is getting speed. That is good. That is going to be useful, and yep, good. Just making sure he didn't get the other one first. That is always a good sign, just checking on these upgrades. Now as far as normal upgrades go, like +1 attack and such, they are not feeling too good for either player. There are some flying upgrades going up for Gurigra, and that is good. He's really going to need that to win this battle, and there are Mutas up. The Greater Spire was up for Mutas. He's just targeting down that Spire, and this engagement should go fairly well for Laquentis. He does need to get the Mutalisks down, though, as he does not have anything that can shoot up. Now, Laquentis really should have used those Mutalisks to kill Gurigra's Mutalisks instead of targeting down that Spire, because there is another Spire. which could pose quite an issue here. I don't think Laquentis quite knows that. Now more Mutalisks coming out for Laquentis, because that is pretty much his only counter right now to the air that he was facing. Although it is only a few Mutalisks, he could move in, go for the kill. Okay, now both players sort of at the standstill here, trying to really amass an army, but it is not going well for either player. There's a huge food difference between Laquentis and Gurigra, but Laquentis is unsure of attacking due to the small amount of mutas he has, and these mutas going in to take out some of the army. Now there is nothing that can shoot up right now for Laquentis, and here come the mutas, but he does have a few less he really needs to target. He cannot keep switching back and forth, or he did not kill a single Mutalist. That is going to be quite the issue here. Now these Overlords are getting taken out. This Nidus network was not quite used yet. He could use it, possibly take out this expansion. Don't know why he's re-expanding to a pretty much almost mined out expansion, but that is okay. We'll ignore that for now. Now these Mutalisks are coming in. More Mutalisks up for Laquentis now. Hopefully they can actually take down some of these Mutalisks of Gurigra. And yes, the Mutalisks will do some nice targeting and get these down, finally. But how many Mutalisks does he have? Gurigra, it looks like only has this big of an army. Laquentis could easily attack here, and I've got the time up, so you might know that he might be doing that soon. I don't know, but I can only assume. Overseer being morphed for whatever reason. And here comes the small Ling Muta Roach army coming in, and this is going to be very difficult for Gurigra to hold off. In fact, we should be seeing the GG soon, because Gurigra does not really have an army. These Mutalisks really do need to focus down the other Mutalisks to make sure that their air power is superior. You do not want to target things on the ground. Now this is actually going to be a pretty close battle here, but it looks like Laquentis is going to take the lead in the Muta race. And yeah, it looks like that's pretty much it for Gurigra. There's not much you can do here. He has very few mining drones he shouldn't really be pulling off here. Now, Laquentis should be winning here, but knowing Bronze League, this guy might just go expand everywhere on the map before he leaves. Hopefully not. It might actually... Oh, some more mutas coming out. I'm not sure where he's going with them. Oh, he had a rally point. That rally point is not going to be too helpful for Gurigra as this game finishes up. Now let's just go into the outro, guys. Can you guys just rate, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do? I don't really care. Just most importantly, out of rating, comment, and subscribing, please send me games. That would be amazing, and Gurigra just leaves the game with no GG. Bronze League at its finest. Now, if you guys could please send me games, I love to watch them, I love to cast them, so send them to me. It is nice casting some games on SC2 Replayed, but as we all know, DreamHack just happened, and I mean, it gets old news if I just take the DreamHack games and cast them. I mean, they're the big news here, so I like casting your games, it's fun. It took me a while to cast this one because college is honestly terrible and I have no time at all to do any of this, but starting now, hopefully I'll be able to do 1 or 2 of these a day if you guys can just send me some replays. Now, thank you guys for watching. This was a little rough, been a couple weeks since I've done this, but I'm gonna get right on into this full charge again. And hopefully, no offense to Laquentis, who I'm assuming is the one who sent me in the game. Hopefully some higher skill level next time. I don't mind doing this at all, but I do less analysis and more casting, so it's hard to combine the two with casting without trying to insult you guys at all. So I apologize if this was insulting, just trying to give some friendly advice while casting. But that is all, guys. Send me your games! Oh yes, just send me your games so I can cast them and it will be fantastic. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll have some... not just some, way more videos out for you guys. Thank you again.